By the time the Iron Sheik gets to the ring, it'll be WrestleMania 38.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. John here.
This is it.
Thank you, Bobby Heenan, for telling us that the Iron Sheik is going to walk down the ramp at MetLife.
I feel like that every time The Undertaker comes out, actually.
Yeah, that would be interesting if Bobby Heenan would replace that clip and just put the Undertaker's name in it. He's probably right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It takes the Undertaker about too long to get to the ring.
Yeah, way too long.
We had SmackDown on Friday, Raw Preview today. We're 6 days away.
6 days away from the greatest WrestleMania of all time, with the greatest card featuring the greatest storylines of all time, in a WrestleMania that's in a stadium that is in the wrong state. This is going to be really exciting.
What drugs did you do before coming here?
I just had a good weekend, so I'm just saying everything's great.
Oh, everything's great. So Ryback and Mark Henry is going to be the top match of the.
Oh, that's gonna make Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels seem like what was that match? Jenna Maraska versus Sharmell.
You know, we just lost like 45 subscribers, right?
And gained some very smart ones.
Oh,
smarter
yeah.
ones.
Sure. SmackDown happened Friday, and today actually is baseball opening day. Finally,
yes.
Finally, after months of waiting, baseball is back. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Let's start off with SmackDown.
Yep.
Obviously, it's in Hershey, Pennsylvania, as we're shortly coming to MetLife. And guess who opens up the show?
The Rock.
Of course.
The Rock.
Of course. Rock pulls out a Hershey bar to get the new version of the cheap pop.
Hey, it's a smart way.
It's the smart way.
It is.
And then he says,
if that's a cheap pop, then CM Punk carrying the urn around is cheap heat.
Yes.
Okay. These are smarks. You know, they write things what's convenient for them. It's just be fair. It's as simple as that.
He says about a month ago on Raw he did something called the story time with the Rock. He's figured out the story time should continue.
That being said, I've never been a fan of story time with the Rock.
I hate story time with the Rock.
So it goes both ways. See, I don't have any preferences.
It makes me fall asleep.
Yeah.
Rock moved from Nashville to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. He was no ordinary 15-year-old. He was 6'4" and weighed 220 and was rocking a mustache.
Yeah.
What?
It was, they actually did show a picture.
They did?
They showed a picture.
Oh, so it's actually proof.
Yeah, no, he was a big guy. Obviously not as gigantic as he is now. He did rock a mustache. It was pretty interesting, there was some proof because as we all know, Smarks are for some reason going to fact check The Rock's promos.
Of course.
I can't understand why. Do each his own. They complain about how wrestling doesn't seem real anymore, but yet they'll. What? So the Undertaker's dead man thing is acceptable?
Of course, because when he actually dies, they're gonna be like, okay, where is he?
Yeah, right.
Coming back, right?
Oh, it's a work.
It's a work. I love it. Got to add that today. I wanted to laugh before the show. When I wanted to start the show with a laugh, but I love Taz. One of the great benefits of living in Bethlehem meant that he lived about an hour from a special town that he would go to on weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They would go to a certain park and some rides. He says that he would eat so much chocolate as he could. It was a magical feeling to come back to this town. He feels like a 15-year-old child, and he has to say, finally, The Rock has come back to Hershey. Yay.
Well, no, that's part of his gimmick.
Of course, I know. He says, I remember it on the weekend. Rock says they wanted to blah, 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 and more stories.
That was my favorite part, actually. The blah, blah, blah part.
The blah, blah, blah. He went to get candy bars, more candy bars.
No. This was a very important part. He wanted in this story, he wanted a whatchamacallit. And I can attest that. Whatchamacallits are delicious.
A whatchamacallit?
Oh, whatchamacallit. It is very good. It's one of my favorite bars.
What the heck is in a whatchamacallit?
Everything. That's why it's beautiful.
Wow. Can you explain what a whatchamacallit is?
It's a crunchy chocolate with so much. I forget what's inside it.
So it's a crunch bar.
it's not a crunch. It's not like crunch. It's so much more. You know what I mean? There's a lot of filling. I can't remember if it's caramel.
So one bite you get a diabetes. Here you have diabetes then.
It could be one of those bars, possibly.
Rock says something historic happened that night. He looked at the person and he told him that if he does not put that candy down, he's gonna kick his candy ass.
It was good. There's an old lady in this story.
Oh God! What a comic guy.
It was. It got a good reaction. It
Getting
got a nice
candy
pop.
ass. He's holding a candy bar.
Well, what do you want him to say? Fat asses.
Yes.
That's somebody else's
fat asses.
material.
Someone else's material. Oh man!
Someone who would get the pop of the year if he returned.
That old lady put the candy down and left the store. Wow, he threatened an old lady?
That's right.
That bastard.
Oh, good.
Kicking your candy.
You know what? I've had about enough
of
old people thinking they're entitled to everything.
Yes.
Just kidding.
People will go extraordinary lengths to get as what they want. Whether it be a whatchamacallit or beating John Cena at WrestleMania. Last week on Raw, John Cena got in his face, but The Rock says that he kicked his candy ass. Oh my God, I'm laughing.
Okay, wait a minute. You always hate how Attitude Era Rock doesn't show up. Candy ass is a term from the Attitude Era, so...
Blah, but he doesn't use it.
He's using it now.
Yeah, because they're in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
And what's wrong with that?
Oh, it's cheap pop. It's easy.
Oh my goodness.
It's easy.
I don't even...
What?
Just can't win with you. You're just
no,
always
going
to do this.
No, because he'll forget candy ass and not use it on Raw.
He's using it now. You take what you get.
Blah, blah, blah.
And he's using it in a fitting way.
Oh, yeah, because they're in Hershey.
Yeah, it's
And I say if they're in New Jersey.
You should use toxic waste infested river water ass. That's what he should use.
Cena will continue to come at him, but Rock says that he will kick Cena's candy ass. He will come at him with his jean shorts, but The Rock will kick his candy ass. Cena will come at him and his Fruity Pebbles, and The Rock will kick his candy ass.
So he's making up for lost time.
Oh my God.
You were the one complaining about this, so he's just giving you what you want.
At WrestleMania in front of the millions and people power. Yes.
This is amazing.
Yes.
You can literally hear the crowd go, what? Huh? Yes, that's right. People power has returned.
Yes. I love it.
He's still amazing. I love John Laurinaitis.
I do. Jack says that his former advisor, Teddy Long, gave him permission to come out to talk to The Rock. John says that everyone thinks that he will talk too long and then get rock bottom. That will not happen because of him and Rock are a lot alike.
Mm-hmm.
Rock is a people's champion. John created people power. John was the greatest general manager of WWE ever saw until the one man ruined it.
I agree.
That man is John Cena.
I agree.
Cena is the reason he was fired.
I agree.
Cena is the reason why he is back.
I agree.
Rock tells John that it might be John Cena who gets Laurinaitis' ass kicked. I agree. John tells Rock that John Cena will do whatever he needs to do to beat The Rock. Everyone knows that he has the business proposition for The Rock. He suggests that Big Johnny be in the corner of The Rock.
That's a great idea.
Thank you. John says that the people might not like it, but the goal is to win. John says there's no way that John Cena will beat him at WrestleMania. John guarantees The Rock a victory. He says they're like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yes. This was one of the greatest comparisons I'd ever seen.
Two great tastes that taste great together.
The way he said this, too, was perfect.
Rock says that he loves Reese's peanut butter cups. Rock suggests that they involve the people. Rock wants to know if the people would like to see this stale, old, ingestible stick to the top of the roof of your mouth.
Stick to the top of your roof. Stick to the top of your roof mouth.
Yeah, whatever.
Stick to the top of the roof of your mouth.
That's something like that. Until you vomit pieces of peanut butter. Ew, who wants to see vomit? Ugh. Butter team up with the most electrifying piece of chocolate the world has ever seen. Really?
I'm trying to remember. There's a funny segment. There was one part where...
I mean, I like Reese's peanut butter cups, but the Hershey bar is, I think...
What?
Is more... I like the Hershey... I like the Hershey bar better.
Okay.
I mean, the Reese's is okay, but nothing beats the Hershey bar.
Well, that's a matter of opinion. There are just some people who love peanut butter.
I know.
So, there was one funny part where John Laurinaitis stole The Rock's catchphrase, and The Rock means ever. I think that's what it was. Actually, I might be able to find the promo. We could probably play it for you, actually. Because this was worth listening to.
Yes, it is.
It really was worth listening to. It's so good to hear
find that.
John Laurinaitis talking again with that incredible voice.
Yes.
I would like, when I pass away, and, well, no, actually, I'm younger than John Laurinaitis, so that might not work.
Yeah, true.
But if I could ever have one person narrate my life, it'd be John Laurinaitis.
Rock tells John that the people have spoken. He says that he's a businessman and that he has a business proposition for John.
Okay.
He says that it is not the rock bottom. Rock tells John that they send John Cena a message together, like a peanut butter cup.
Right.
Rock tells John that they need to have a handshake, so we know that John agrees. John shakes his hand, and The Rock holds on, and he gives John a spine buster following the
there were a
people's
couple
elbow.
times where John tried to let go.
Uh-oh.
But when The Rock doesn't let go.
Yeah, no.
Let me see if it's here. Let me see if it's loud enough too.
My former adversary, Teddy Long,
Okay, it might not be loud enough, so. But I'll listen to it privately so that I can tell you which catchphrase he stole, because I think it's worth listening to.
Rock tells John Cena at WrestleMania his candy ass is going down again. God, how many times did you say candy ass?
They were very specific when they kept saying that John Laurinaitis wasn't going to get a rock bottom.
I was, well, they're going to go for the cheap pop, and of course, giving John Laurinaitis the rock bottom, that's going to give out a cheap pop. Hooray.
No, it's not cheap pop. Cheap pop is like saying that you like the home team's hometown's team.
Laurinaitis is heel, so obviously that whatever, if he got let's see who was few if they gave him the attitude adjustment with Cena, if they switched places with The Rock. He'd still get a pop.
No, he would.
But
I just don't consider that cheap pop because it does involve a heel.
I think
it's not just.
I think the cheap pops were how many times you said candy asses. My God.
Okay, I can see that.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said it like 6 times.
Well, I mean, I remember I was watching this, and I actually don't remember him saying candy ass that many times. I can't understand that. I don't understand. I have to go back and watch it and see if he really did say candy ass this many times, because there's, a Smart writes this, these types of information, and sometimes they put in their own opinion there, and you just gotta be careful with that. At this point, I'm probably just gonna look up the promo so that I could hear it again.
Yeah. Next we got Chris Jericho versus Wade Barrett in a non-title match. Pro versus rookie from NXT Season 1. Exactly. Jericho wins again.
Well,
Jericho's on a winning streak.
Deal is, yeah, and he's beating people that he shouldn't be beating.
I know.
You want to give Jericho a win, give him a win against some heels that aren't doing anything. I can't name it. Well, maybe they're doing okay. I don't know.
After the match.
But you know what? I will say that at least they're finally giving Jericho some wins.
Yes.
It's about friggin' time, because for the past year or two that he's been back, all I can remember him doing is lose.
Yeah, right.
All he does is lose. It's like the opposite of the Tim Tebow.
Yep.
And concerning this match, Wade Barrett had it won.
Yep.
He had the match won. He had Jericho down, but for some reason or another, he decided to go out of the ring and taunt The Miz. And once he got back in the ring, Codebreaker.
Yep.
And that was about it. Then he proceeds to do something very uncalled for.
Oh boy.
He starts trying to pronounce Fandango's name again.
Yes, I love it. And let me tell you what he says. Fan Dingbat, Fan Doodle, Fan Fanaki, Fan Dancy Pants, Fan Danny DeVito, Fan Tomb of the Opera, Fan Dungo Bungo, and more.
Yeah. And
I love it.
He brought in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh God. What did he sing it?
He sang the chorus and he went to "Will you do the fandango?" This proceeds to get Fandango to come out because what he's trying to do is to bait Fandango to come out so he can fight him. Fandango comes out.
Of course.
He's not as upset. Dances a little bit on the runway, and then he walks back.
Yeah, chicken.
He's not chicken. He's just preparing for WrestleMania. Yep. That's all.
Whatever.
Those people don't deserve to see Fandango in action.
No one wants to see him. Trust
Everybody
me.
wants to see him. That's why everyone bought their ticket. When we bought our ticket,
yeah.
we were thinking there's going to be a match on the card. That's going to be so amazing. It's going to blow away Undertaker versus CM Punk. And we were right. It's this match.
Yeah, right.
It will be. It's going to be amazing.
We get back and Josh Matthews interviewed Paul Heyman earlier in the day. Yay. They had their promo, of course, that I guess Paul Heyman's going to be in the corner of CM Punk and Paul Heyman's going to be in the corner of Brock Lesnar. They talk about the match and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. After Brock beats Triple H will have to live through the wrestlers. He will not be able to wrestle because that was taken away from him. Triple H will then reset the entire locker room. How can you lead a locker room when you are jealous of them? The locker room will rebel against Triple H, and they will all rise up against him.
And this is from Paul Heyman?
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny. This, considering how stupid fans can be these days.
Yep.
If this was said on a shoot interview, everybody would be going, "Oh my God, WWE, there's gonna be a revolution or whatever." But seeing as how this is just storyline stuff, the funny thing is, you would think the wrestlers really would rise up and do something about it.
Yep. It would be nice. It would be nice.
One
person did that already.
At the point where
and it was CM Punk who did it.
Right, but again,
when he did that shoot.
But yeah, and what did that change?
It changed a little bit.
What? It gave us 2 good episodes of Raw.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's all it did. It didn't change the landscape of backstage. What goes on backstage?
Yeah, I know.
It didn't change how the business works. It didn't change Triple H's
the problem is creative.
stature.
That's the problem right now.
Well, I'm not even referring to that right now. I'm talking about when Triple H, the way he got his power. You would think that other wrestlers would speak up against it, but
he's married to the.
I'm talking about earlier though.
No.
At this point, it's too late. If you wanted to do something to prevent Triple H to get all this power,
it's done. He has all the power.
But earlier on, like let's say, I don't know, early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
Yeah, no.
Because it's not like Triple H married Stephanie out of nowhere. It's not like that happened. It took it happened over time, and he benefited from it a lot.
That's true. That is true. We get back and we have the bench press challenge.
Oh, this was amazing.
Between Ryback and Mark Henry.
This was amazing.
This is ridiculous.
I knew this was going to be amazing from the get-go because the bench and the weights were on the stage. It wasn't done in the ring. It was done on the stage. It kind of makes sense though, because the ring bounces, and that's not really ideal for bench pressing. But they had it set up on the stage, and obviously Mark Henry goes first. Mark Henry goes first, and he sets a record, a world record. Yeah,
a world record.
He set
51 reps.
A new world record of 51
ridiculous.
reps. Okay, because we all know
225.
Because we all understand that WWE has legitimate records.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, you witnessed history if you watched SmackDown, and coincidentally, the record was tied by Ryback afterwards.
Oh God. Ridiculous.
But before he was about to break the record that was set just a couple minutes before, Mark Henry decided to grab, while Ryback was pushing up for 52, Mark Henry pushed everyone aside and basically got, the giant, what's it called?
Weight.
The weight.
The barbell.
On Ryback's throat. Ryback was choking, and then, just threw him down or whatever. Ryback had to be helped to the back, so, he needed a Band-Aid after that.
You needed a Band-Aid!
He did. Maybe a Hello Kitty Band-Aid. I recommend Hello Kitty Band-Aids because they work the best.
You're horrible.
Come on, you are now picturing Ryback with a Hello Kitty Band-Aid on his neck.
I kind of am. I hate you right now.
On his Adam's apple.
Next, we have Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee with Big E versus Daniel Bryan and Kane. I mean, Caitlyn. Wow.
Yep.
With Kane.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel Bryan and Caitlyn get the victory. Dolph is back to losing again.
Yep. I don't know what that was earlier. But I guess
it was a tease.
I guess he needed to get some wins so that he could start a new feud.
It was a tease.
It was.
After that, we see footage of the Shield. Yay!
Well, the way they won though was Caitlyn spearing AJ Lee.
Yeah.
So.
Yay.
We had Kane give a big boot to Big E, and Dolph. Let's see, how did he lose again? Oh no, yeah, he didn't lose. It was AJ Lee.
Yeah.
Wow, brain fart.
It's okay. We see.
You want to know something? Before the show, I told you I didn't see the SmackDown, and I just, as I'm doing this, I'm remembering it again.
Yeah, right.
Because I did actually see it.
I was gonna say you didn't see it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait a minute, I did watch it.
But so it was a forgettable SmackDown.
No, of course.
I forgot about it.
Of course.
It was watchable. It's not like it was the worst edition ever. But no biggie.
We see Dean Ambrose. The Shield introduces himself. Did you see this, by the way?
The promo?
Yeah.
It's a usual Shield promo.
Did they whisper and then Roman Reigns believe?
No, I know. They actually did talk regular, I think.
They tell Randy. Oh, breaking news. Email. They tell Randy, Sheamus, and Big Show that WrestleMania is upon us. Rollins says that it is the showcase of immortals. Ambrose says that those cliches are heard, and they said that they can come up with the biggest cliche when they said that they could put aside their issues and fight a common enemy. Reigns says that they're going to choke on their cliches and they will fail like everyone else. Rollins says the strength of their purpose is bigger than any of their opponents. Ambrose says that a giant, a viper, and a warrior will not mix. Ambrose says that they think they can play nice together, but this is not the game. It's about story. It's a story about justice, and the final chapter will be written at WrestleMania. They tell everyone to believe in the Shield.
I believe in the Shield.
I believe in the Shield as well.
I just don't believe the WWE knows how to make a good Shield shirt.
I know, right? I think they do a little bit better.
Some of the worst shirts I've ever seen.
They made a pretty cool Jack Swagger shirt.
And the catchphrase on the back is stupid. They said that once.
Yeah, I know. I know. Next we get the Great Khali with Hornswoggle and Natalya versus Jack Swagger.
All right.
All right.
This was enjoyable.
For
a certain reason.
Why was this so enjoyable?
Well, because Hornswoggle was put in his place.
Yes.
And I always enjoy that.
Of course you do.
I do, and it's nothing against.
What, a midget getting his ankle broken?
It's not. It has nothing to do with him being a midget. It has something to do with him being one of the most annoying personas in the history of this company.
It is.
The fact that he's an adult.
I know.
Is he a dwarf? Yeah, he's small. He's an adult though.
He is.
And you're insulting everyone's intelligence by making him, he's act like a kid.
Yep.
The guy's got a beard, for God's sakes.
I know. And now we can talk.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden you can talk.
This ends in a double count out. Lame. Lame. Obviously, what you said, Hornswoggle got the ankle lock, the Patriot Act to him.
Yeah.
He snapped his little ankle.
Unfortunately, it's called the Patriot Lock now.
Oh, it's the Patriot Lock now.
Yeah. I remember, I knew it wasn't just me when, Rob said it too. At one point I thought I heard the Patriot Act, and I'm like, oh, it's been the Patriot
Yeah,
Lock.
that's
but
what
then
I thought.
They did change the name a while ago, so not a big deal.
What can you do? Del Rio makes an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And Del Rio puts Swagger on a cross arm breaker. Coulter breaks it up. And Ricardo hits Coulter with a crutch.
Oh boy.
Ricardo tosses the crutch to Del Rio, but cannot connect with Swagger, who gets to the floor, and they go up the ramp. Typical heels. We look back at Punk and Undertaker. Yay! Renee Young interviews Sheamus, Big Show, and Orton. Their typical face promo. Generic face promo.
Okay.
We get Damien Sandow has to say something.
Oh boy.
Yay! Unlike this, what's the word? Dysfunctional and Motley Crue, they are fighting tonight. His best friend Cody Rhodes and Antonio Cesaro.
What is that? Dysfunctional?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dysfunctional.
Yeah.
I guess, what is it, a 6-man tag match?
Well, it's SmackDown.
Go figure it is. Damien demands silence. Antonio yodels for everyone.
He did.
Oh my god, I have to see this. Ant-Man take away with the main event. Big Show, Randy Orton, Sheamus versus Cesaro, Damien Sandow, and Cody Rhodes.
It's just basically the tune-up match for the match at WrestleMania. No big deal. But I will say that Cesaro seemed to me he worked main event SmackDown. So again, he's wrestling twice in each. I do give him credit. He did. Did he make an appearance on Raw? I cannot remember. I don't think he did even. Which is a shame. It's a real shame. But I am going to, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Big Show. I don't like the team. I don't get it. They're just stringing. They just keep stringing these teams together, and hoping that they have a good match against the Shield. And thus far they have been pretty good matches. Maybe except for which one was the last one? The one on Raw. The one on Raw was alright. No big deal. But like I said, I do enjoy these Shield matches. It's nice to see a cohesive unit out there where, they have different movesets, different styles, but they all complement one another's. These other teams that they keep putting together with Sheamus, Ryback, Sheamus, Big Show, and Orton, they don't complement each other at all.
Good point.
So that's just what happens. And I'm just waiting for them to come up with a stupid nickname for it. Maybe Celtic Big Viper. Big
Viper.
Big Celtic Viper. That's what it'll be.
Ridiculous.
They might as well.
Ridiculous.
Big Celtic Viper.
I really want to find this yodeling. It seems interesting. I've never seen him yodel before. So did that end SmackDown?
They had a spot where they were just like having fun and all that, and I do remember seeing something along the lines of them brawling in the crowd.
Yes.
They brawled in the crowd, and that was it.
That was it.
You would expect that to be the last SmackDown before WrestleMania. So I assume they still have something that's going to go on.
I guess so. I'm trying to, lame. I really want to see him yodel. This is ridiculous.
So, one thing I will say is every now and then I do go back and I watch a match. And just, try and see if there's something I didn't notice before. And the match I decided to actually check out, one of the greatest matches of all time, The Undertaker versus the Great Khali. It was the first pay-per-view match that Khali was in. If you remember, the match was basically Khali dominating The Undertaker.
Yes.
Okay. And then him winning with actually just kicking The Undertaker in the head. That's all.
Wow.
And it's just funny to me when I see the dominant force that Khali was these days, where he would effortlessly take out The Undertaker. And then I'm watching here, and he's getting his ankle, destroyed by Jack Swagger. He's gotten sleeper holded by Dolph Ziggler, and that actually won the match for him.
Okay.
He's been, I know he's lost to Kane a few times. Whereas before he would beat everybody, including Kane. He jobs to Mark Henry now.
Jesus.
Oh no, I don't think he jobs to Jesus, just to people on the roster. And then you just see him now. Every time I see him in the ring, I know he's either gonna lose or he's just gonna be dancing.
That is true.
So it's just really funny to see the big contrast. I mean, think about it, even their songs or the change in his theme song represents the change in his character.
Good point.
Because the first one was like, it was intimidating song, whatever, for what it could be. And then you have just whatever the hell he comes out to now. Which some Punjabi music that people dance to now. Including Mark Henry.
Well, Ryback or Jack Swagger? Oh, Great Khali.
Yeah.
Great Khali. Waving your arm. You know what it reminds me of? I think Public Enemy used to do that coming to the ring. In WCW.
Oh.
They had that music and they'd go like this and bring out a table. It's just shit. Ant-Man disapproving.
No.
Ant-Man disapproval. We have Raw tonight. We have some...
It should be a big one because everybody should be there.
Well,
This is the Monday before WrestleMania. Not as big as the Monday after WrestleMania.
Well, we do have Sin Cara, who's been out with a concussion, noted on Twitter. He will be at Raw tonight in Washington, D.C.
Okay. Will he be performing?
Who knows?
Probably not.
Who knows? Randy Orton turns 33 today.
Okay.
He's old.
Still waiting on that heel turn.
Yeah, right. Still waiting. Might take another 2 months,
Maybe
3 months, 4 months, or possibly never again. It will never turn heel.
He'll turn heel at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony for himself.
And we have news for tonight's Raw, the preview.
Okay.
The final WWE Raw before WrestleMania 29 will take place tonight from the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C. All the big names will be there.
They better be.
The Rock, The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, and others. No matches have been announced for tonight, but The Shield versus John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus is advertised locally. WWE will be focusing on the following points for tonight's show. Will John Cena be looking for revenge on The Rock?
Oh, they didn't say payback?
No.
Oh. I guess they're saving that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Has CM Punk gotten inside The Undertaker's head?
Nope.
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe he has, but it's.
I think
Undertaker's gonna win.
I think Undertaker has to do something tonight.
I don't think he will. The most he'll do is get the urn back. That's all.
I think they say that for Mania.
Maybe. But that's about it. He's not gonna. I don't see him doing anything special.
Will sparks fly when Triple H and Brock Lesnar,
Talk?
Yeah.
Talk when they talk?
Yeah.
I'm sure to boil over or something.
Who does the WWE Universe want as its World Heavyweight Champion?
They want Fandango.
Stop it. Jack Swagger.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
And can the Shield be stopped?
Eventually they will be stopped and buried 6 feet under. I'm surprised it's taken this long.
I know.
I'm very surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. That,
I figured it would be done already. That's it.
Right.
I kind of hope not, because there are talks of after 29, 2 NXT guys will be coming up, and from rumors of what I've heard that they're going to be on the Shield.
Okay.
So one of them is going to be on the Shield, the other one may be a diva, possibly. I hope it's Paige.
It could be.
She would be the anti-diva, which she is, and by God, I'm in love with her. And the other one should be Castizono, I hope.
Okay.
So he definitely deserves it, and he needs to be on. I think he'd be a good fit for the Shield.
Okay.
What
they need to do is turn the heel face, and the whole rest of the WWE needs to be heel. That's what it is. I think.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Congrats to Scott Hall's campaign. 101,000. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I guess that many people care for him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I could see 80,000 they could do it, but I didn't realize how far they would go with this.
Honestly, I knew he'd get the support he needed. I knew he'd get the support because Scott Hall was a big name.
Yeah, he was.
He was a big name in the right time in wrestling.
That is true.
When Monday Night Wars, an experience that we're probably not going to ever get again, seeing as how
TNA sucks.
The WWE has monopolized the business.
Yep. Thanks, Vince.
And
but I also blame some of it for WCW because at that time, once it reached its pinnacle, when there was 60 guys coming out of a limo in WCW, where's the competition?
I don't know.
It's boring. They should have.
They took it too far.
They did.
But also, it wasn't just how they treated the NWO towards the end. It was the way they treated their own company.
Oh, yeah. No, you're 100% right. We have The Rock celebrates G.I. Joe's success. I heard it was very good.
Did you?
I think Rob put, or it was Sabrina who put, was very good.
Okay.
So, I don't know, I wanted to get Rob's take on it since he saw it, so,
I'm sure, yeah, it does look good, you know.
I just want to see, yes, that was, that's why there's a picture of him with 12 pizzas, and dominated by one man, yours truly, The Rock.
The Rock, yes.
Some appetite.
It's some appetite, and, you know, there are some people who say, I bet he didn't eat all of them. Whatever, maybe it's just for a picture.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, you take it for what it's worth. It's just Rock entertaining his fans.
It is.
Making them hungry.
Making them hungry.
I'm serious. I see that many pizzas, I get upset because they're not in front of me.
Ooh, I think that pretty much did it for the wrestling news, I guess.
Well, there are two other things that
there are
happened.
two other things. There were matches between Mark Henry and Ryback, I guess, on the live events and stuff, and they were very crappy, according to live reports and fans being there. Does this mean we're gonna get a crap fest at WrestleMania?
I hope so.
That's not good.
Yes, I said I hope so. I want to be there when all of MetLife Stadium is chanting, "This match sucks." I want to be there when the whole stadium is chanting "boring," not because I know that they're going to be chanting that during the CM Punk Undertaker match. So no, I'm just kidding. By the way, maybe, but not immediately. Seriously, I cannot wait to see this match, but you know, for the wrong reasons. You know,
yeah.
Because for WrestleMania 20, I do remember legitimately looking forward to. WrestleMania 20's Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Was not exactly happy by it. I thought it was funny though. This could potentially be another one of those matches.
Yeah, I see it.
Because it's just going to be a power versus power match. Neither wrestler is that good.
You're 100% correct.
Well, I mean, that's unfair to say the Ryback. Ryback does have, well, they both have impressive feats of power. But I gotta wonder, you know, who's gonna carry that match. It can't be Mark Henry.
Oh God, no! Good God.
It would have to be Ryback carrying a match.
Yeah.
And as of, you know, so far, have we seen Ryback carry a match? We have not.
I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna suck. You want the truth? It's gonna suck.
Or maybe they're just misleading. They're purposely sucking so that
they're purposely sucking.
It'll be awesome.
So we're gonna screw the fans who buy live tickets just to go to these events.
Yes.
And we're gonna put on a crappy show.
That's a great idea.
That makes no sense.
Hey, everybody bought their tickets already.
It's a good point. Wow.
That's how they're feeling. And people aren't just going to buy the tickets and not show up. They'll sell the tickets, and you know, to people who want to show up.
That is true.
Either way, WWE does make money. You know, Smarks can complain about WrestleMania 29 all they want. They'll order.
Yeah.
You know.
You're right.
Or they'll get a bar. They'll go to a bar and watch it. You know. Something like that. WWE will get their viewership.
They will. Obviously, a lot of people are going to order WrestleMania. A lot of people are going to WrestleMania.
Even if it's not as big a buy rate as last year's, it's going to be it already is a success.
No, you're right.
It already is a success. But I mean, there's no doubting that this is one of the. Well, no, this might be one of the weakest storylines, a group of storylines leading into WrestleMania, and unbelievably, I cannot believe this. But the strongest storyline leading into this WrestleMania is John Cena and The Rock.
Yeah, you're right.
Just because it has been built for, say, 2 years. Since WrestleMania 27.
Good point.
You know?
Good point.
I see the stage setup for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know.
Not the stage setup, just the seating chart.
This is actually not the seating chart. This is for the access.
Also, by the way, happy April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
We hope you all had a happy Easter. We should have said that in the beginning of the show. But oh well.
Obviously, we have they released the conduit, all the access stuff, the maps, and my God, I'm going to be doing a lot of walking.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wow. Damn. Damn. Obviously. Yeah, I might be out of breath. I might,
You might not.
I want to do everything. That's my goal. I do want to try to get every superstar and stuff like that. It's going to be impossible, but it is possible. I kind of want to sit on Triple H's throne
Okay.
of WrestleMania. Obviously, that what entrance was that? He did that.
It wasn't was it the Conan one or was it the other one?
It just says Triple H's throne.
Right. It must have been the King of Kings throne at WrestleMania 22.
I kind of want to sit in that.
Yeah, it looks comfortable.
It looks comfortable. Obviously, we know the card, which we'll discuss soon.
Uh-huh.
We'll have our picks and stuff like that. Maybe we'll when we have everyone here, we'll discuss it.
Yeah.
What are your problems with this card right now?
What are my problems? Like I said, the near no build up.
Yes, that's one.
No build up to matches like CM Punk and Undertaker. That's going to be one of your. That's going to be one of the matches towards the end, I would believe.
Oh, definitely.
And you had no build up to it.
I know.
You
Which
just
is
Paul Bearer died. You put it in the storyline, and that's not even lasting long enough. But again, the way you can redeem all these incredibly terrible storylines is by having great matches, maybe a couple of unexpected endings to them.
That's true.
Like I said, this look, just because the storylines are bad, and the card might not be too impressive.
The greatest card, it's a little off for me.
Yeah, it still has the potential.
Like I said, I think
because if you look at it, if you throw the storylines out the window and you just look at the card for what it is, it's not bad.
Yes,
it's not bad. I would have appreciated at least one other match that wasn't a singles match. But what can you do? One of the big problems I have with this card is Cesaro not being on it.
Yeah, I know.
Antonio Cesaro is your workhorse.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny because right now he's a mid-card champion, yet he's one of the prime workhorses of the company. As I said before, he works every show. Yeah. He works every show out there. I'm not saying he works every show out there every week.
No, you're right.
I'm saying that I have seen him on every single one of WWE's programs.
It's impressive.
And you know what? He doesn't half-ass it any time.
No, he
goes
doesn't.
out there and he does a great job.
He's impressive right now.
And somehow, some way, creative has left him off of the card.
Don't ask me how.
I don't know.
Oh, because if you're wrestling pre-show and we get to see it on DVD, yay! I want to see him on the top card because he's one of your top guys right now. Mm-hmm. Works Raw, Main Event, and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Even, I think, Saturday Morning Slam or Superstars.
Yeah.
So that's technically, if you want to go by how they show it, it's Monday. Did they tape Superstars and Main Event on SmackDown?
I believe they do.
So that's almost... You're wrestling pretty much on Tuesday almost all day.
Well, yeah, twice on Tuesday. Yeah. So again, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it.
I have a few problems. Like I said, the one is creative being horrible. Like it's bad right now.
It is.
Like when you have to throw together storylines in 3 weeks, it's kind of lame.
Uh-huh.
You could have been doing this. What? No Way Out.
Yeah.
Or after the Rumble, start building up matches. Haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
And it was kind of there was very little build up last year as well.
Uh-huh.
It's just disappointing.
What also threw me off was Caitlyn pinning AJ this past Friday Night SmackDown.
Well, she's on Team Ziggler. Of course, she's gonna get.
Yeah, but pinned. I mean, because if there's gonna be some type of Divas title on the line.
Oh, of course, you'd see AJ getting the win.
Why would you immediately make the challenger lose to the champion?
That's true. I don't get it. It's bad creative.
How is that building that match?
No, definitely, it's horrible.
I
said, this is one of the worst creative I've seen in years.
Yeah, I don't see the point to AJ losing this match.
No, absolutely
Other than what you just said, that she is part of Team Ziggler.
If you're on Team Ziggler, you're losing. I'm sorry to say it, but
and they keep pointing out that Ryback,
Biggie
Langston, that Biggie Langston, he's new and you, And again, now that Rob brought up the fact that he has had matches on NXT, I can't get that out of my head. Every time they say, "How do you prepare for a guy like Biggie Langston?" I mean,
and you know what's funny? He's a face
I have
in NXT.
his matches. Yeah,
that's hilarious. It's like I said, I was trying to. I already explained it. It's like El Generico and Kevin Steen being faces at one show, and all of a sudden Kevin Steen's a heel in ROH.
Yeah.
You know, and El Generico's a face, so he's face for both companies. But when they go to another company, they're faces. Yeah. It makes no sense.
And what other problems do you have with the card?
The undercard is really bad. I do not like the undercard one bit. Like, their focus points are Lesnar, Triple H, Rock, Cena, Punk, and Undertaker. Those are your main three. Right. Then you look at the undercard, it's bad.
Well, Jack Swagger, Alberto Del Rio, it has potential also.
It does. It does. They have the storyline for it. It makes sense. Yeah. But a lot of people don't like it for some odd mysterious reason.
Well, because they don't like to get political, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
But that's a stupid reason too, because you know what?
But Fandango and Chris Jericho was thrown in together.
No, absolutely it was.
That was thrown in, even though you love Fandango, but you can actually say the truth.
No, I do agree. The story. Are you kidding me? That you got a WrestleMania match because somebody got upset their name wasn't pronounced right? That is WrestleMania storyline material these days?
Yep. You got it. And Brodus Clay, Tensai Cameron, Naomi was thrown together.
Now, for goodness sakes, you could have Miz go up against Cesaro for the U.S. title.
Yes, because they had a storyline going.
And you could have had
Jericho
versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship. Have Fandango cost him at WrestleMania.
That's true.
And have them face off at Payback.
Ah.
But although, I guess they're just really dead set on debuting Fandango at WrestleMania.
Losing in 10 seconds.
I hope that, that just something interesting happens during this match, because anything bad happens, Fandango could just...
Done.
He's going to be in a bad place.
Yep. And also that was thrown together...
And Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas. Yeah, right. I don't want to say anything about that.
You could have had a triple threat here.
Yeah, exactly.
If you continued,
I realize now why they put the Miz against Wade Barrett.
Why did they? Because of the two stupid movies that nobody's going to see.
You got it.
Of course they got to do that.
It makes sense now.
And the two movies that nobody's going to see. You're trying to promote on WrestleMania.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Which is garbage. You can't promote it.
First of all, nobody's going to go out and watch the Marine 3.
Well, they're going to watch it on a computer.
If even that.
Or Netflix.
Because we all know how great the...
Or Hulu Plus, or wherever you can watch movies nowadays. Mostly, I know Netflix. I don't know if there's any other movie-based websites out there, but knowing that these two are going on at WrestleMania, it's ridiculous. It's buy our movies... We have a shitty Intercontinental title match. This is for you. Mm-hmm. Or you could have put the Intercontinental title maybe in a Fatal 4-Way, triple threat, have a ladder match, do something.
Yeah.
There is not one special match on this card, except for the No Holds Barred match.
Yeah.
With Triple H's career on the line. I like how they added
it. And it's funny.
There's two stipulations in this match.
They really don't know what they're doing, because they seriously ended some feuds between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
They did.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know.
How do you end feuds between your two biggest pay-per-views?
I don't know.
When one pay-per-view is supposed to build the other one.
I like what pre-show they're going to throw together. Whatever. Cesaro versus Zack Ryder. But if I call that, how good am I?
You'll be really good. But like I'm saying, I just don't get it. I think they had some feuds going in. And I figured, all right, I like The Miz, but at least they have him in a storyline with Cesaro.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want him to be the one to beat Cesaro, but at least it'll be a match.
And I know.
And then you had Bo Dallas going up against Wade Barrett.
Yep.
And you could have added a Chris Jericho the same way they did.
Oh, of course.
To that triple threat that was on Raw. And at this point, they could have had Miz versus Barrett for Intercontinental Championship.
I think so.
No. Miz versus Cesaro for the U.S. title, and then a three-way...
Wade Barrett.
A triple threat between Wade Barrett, Bo Dallas, and Chris Jericho. And you could ask where do you put Fandango in there?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You could possibly add him to the U.S. Championship match, since he was supposed to make his debut on SmackDown. Have him steal one from The Miz.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense.
You know, and that's not the first.
Now,
that wouldn't be the first time that somebody won a title on their debut. Carlito did it in 04.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not unheard of. It's not sacrilegious.
It's
something that just doesn't happen often.
I kind of want to see how many faces win and how many heels win. Because right now, I see the faces ruling this card.
Right now, I see the 3 main events ending the way everyone predicts them to end.
You're right. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
This is not good. Because it's either
and by the 3, I mean
Triple H, Undertaker, Cena.
Yeah.
The only way this could be a shocking WrestleMania is if The Rock wins again.
That's really it.
You know, that's how I see it. Right now, it's very predictable.
And if you go to these dirt sheets, again, these dirt sheets have some of the funniest ideas you'll ever see. But one of them was, and this was pretty funny too, at WrestleMania revealing that the Shield, it aligns with Cena, attacks.
That's smart.
I
do
The
that.
Rock.
It makes sense.
One problem I have though is the Shield attacking Cena.
Okay.
What I don't get is they only did that once. If they only did that once, why would you do it at all?
You got a point.
You didn't have to have Cena get beat down. What they could have done was have Cena in the ring.
Well, remember
the Shield surrounding it, and then have Ryback and Sheamus make the save.
Well, remember the swerve with Bully Ray. Remember they took.
No, I know, but I have that in mind. But you don't want to do that just because TNA did it.
Well, no, it wouldn't be TNA, but the Shield has built this up though.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's the leader, and it's Cena out of all people.
Mm-hmm.
No one would expect.
But at this point, they're not even looking for a leader. At this point, they've dropped the idea that there's a leader for the Shield.
I still think there is.
You still think there is?
Yes, I still think there is.
They're not mentioning it though.
It's smart. Don't
WWE
mention it.
has not mentioned it, and one of the words they used was aligned, meaning that they would team up with John Cena to
take over the WWE.
And the idea that we had been pushing for a while, and now we know WWE listens to our shows since they're stealing ideas, is that, and I guess they listened too late because what we said was align the Shield, start building that, Shield being led by John Cena, beginning at the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
You don't necessarily have to have the Shield eliminate Ryback for John Cena.
No.
But you could have John Cena see Injustice and Rock returning and being WWE champion, and then teaming up with the Shield to prevent The Rock from winning at WrestleMania. True. But at this point, it seems like John Cena wants to win fairly. But again, that could be a curveball.
Yep, it could be a curve.
Could be a curve, and Payback, WWE Payback, could mean The Rock getting back at the Shield and or John Cena.
Or John Cena.
Another incredible suggestion is John Cena. Let's see.
Oh, the Extreme Rules idea.
Extreme Rules where John Cena goes up against all 3 members of the Shield.
Well, no, it'd be against The Rock, and the only way Cena could win, he beats him down with a chair, and that's true. That would be a heel move.
My problem with the Rock, see, I can't see The Rock getting beat down at the end of the pay-per-view and being put out of commission because he's still going to be around. Well, not in the WWE.
But that's the way to get him off TV. He loses the title, and the only reason why Cena wins is because he beats him down with a chair.
But again, that's a problem to what you were saying before. Was, let's say Cena breaks Rock's ankle or something, or he beats him down so badly that he doesn't show up at WrestleMania.
Okay.
You will still see The Rock in movies.
Of course.
So people could be saying, "Oh, he's no selling." You know what I mean?
Well, no, it's a good way to get him off TV, though.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is.
But yeah, I mean, there's a couple ideas.
I just don't see it like it can't be an injury angle. It can't. It can't be something that he got beat down so badly because everybody's going to see him that he's just fine now with his movie coming out.
Yeah, the point. Well, like I said, he's no Vince McMahon who's not going to sell his damn leg injury. Thanks, Vince.
We'll see. Because at this point, The Rock can sell or no sell if he wants to.
Yeah, no, I understand. like I said, they could do it either way. I would like the Shield idea.
Yeah.
You know, align him with the Shield. It'd be smart.
It would be. It would be.
You know,
it would be
and
something.
put- it would
Let me tell you
put-
something. It's been a long time since we had a twist at the end of WrestleMania.
It'd be a great twist.
What was the last one? Was the last one Rock, Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve Austin?
So yeah, beating the living crap out of Rock with a steel chair.
No, I'm not talking about twists all around. I'm talking about twists
That was
to end
that was
to end.
that
the
was
show.
a good twist at the end because I would never see Stone Cold being with Vince.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he just starts beating
Well,
with a chair.
me neither. And the reason we can't see Stone Cold being with Vince is because it makes no sense.
Yes, it
was
makes
a
no
stupid
sense.
storyline. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what Attitude Era storyline
Yeah.
was stupid? Yes,
Yes.
it was stupid. It was stupid.
This was pre
because
I think
you
this
had
was after the Attitude Era. This was like around 2001 when he went heel.
2001. Well, okay,
This
but
was
that was
pre-Attitude Era.
that was still sort of the Attitude Era though. It was still because you
It was
still
the-
had
it
the-
was
you
starting
still
to
had
be the
those you still had the same stars.
Oh, you're right.
And all that stuff. But you know it was I thought it was just stupid.
Oh, you're right.
And I know Rob agrees with me. It's stupid. You just take your top babyface of the company and just destroy everything he stands for. That's
Yeah,
really
right.
what they did. Everything that Stone Cold Steve Austin said during his heyday, he went back on. That makes no sense. And then when he goes face, what he just remembers that he really does agree with all that
I
stuff
know.
he used to say?
Speaking of Mr. Stone Cold,
Oh my goodness.
what did they have? Top
All right.
10 change of titles on WWE.com?
Here's yes, the WWE Fan Nation. Every time they release a top 10 list, I lose my mind.
Mind.
I was gonna say something else, but I just want to say mind because I want to keep things.
PG.
Yes, we're keeping the
I
show
love
PG. I cannot believe this list. Although I really should be able to because, like I said, the WWE just loves sucking off Stone Cold Steve Austin.
They do.
They love living in the past. So number 10 on the list was, do you remember was it the Ultimate Warrior going up against somebody? And Bobby Heenan, I believe, held him down. He lost
okay,
the
yeah.
Intercontinental Championship. You know what? I really want to know who that was. So I'm just going to take a look.
Yeah, it was Bobby Heenan.
But who was he managing, though?
Oh, Ravishing Recruit.
Ravishing Recruit. All right. So that was number 10. Then we have Hulk Hogan at number 9 at WrestleMania 9, beating Yokozuna.
With the big boot.
This is right after Yokozuna had defended against Bret Hart. No, defeated Bret Hart for the title.
Yep.
And yeah, Hogan won. Number 8, WrestleMania 20, John Cena up against the Big Show for the U.S. Championship. I remember this match. I remember watching it when it happened. It's always impressive to see Cena lift the Big Show for the FU at the time. And it did get a good reaction.
Yep.
And as far as I know, this was the last time grown men cheered John Cena.
Yeah, right.
At least at a WrestleMania, I should say. You know, because he did get cheered for a while there. Then you have was it a TLC match between Edge and Christian, the Hardys and Dudleys?
Yep.
Where Edge and Christian won the title.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're both in that. It's a great spot.
It is.
Both of them on the table, on the top of the ladder, pulling the briefcase down. And at the time, it was being built as, the brothers had finally achieved their dream. Somewhere along the line, they forgot that they were brothers. Number 6. This actually I thought would be close to the top.
Oh, you're right.
All right? And I think you know what I'm talking about, actually. This is Rey Mysterio, charity case going up against Randy Orton and Kurt Angle. I hated this. Well, no, okay. I didn't hate the match. The match was well-paced. It was pretty good. Angle, as always, was amazing. Randy Orton had a good showing. Rey Mysterio is just there because of Eddie Guerrero.
Of course.
And he won only because Eddie Guerrero died.
Boom.
But it was pretty cool seeing him pin Randy Orton the way he did. It wasn't perfect, but what can you do? Number 5, Undertaker beating Batista.
Okay.
Why is this on the list?
Yeah, right? I don't know.
What is...
It's a very crappy
Why
list.
is it that the WWE likes this match between Batista and The Undertaker? I do remember watching the match. It was a good match.
It was.
Okay? But I'm guessing they put this on there because it's The Undertaker.
And they're pulling for Batista to come back, but I gotta hope he does not come back.
That could be what it is.
I really
because we are getting more mentions of Batista for some reason. He was on the almost endings of the streak for The Undertaker.
Ridiculous.
In a spot where everyone knew he was going to kick out.
Yep.
You know, he hit a Batista bomb.
Yeah, right.
Just one.
He's just going to kick out.
Everybody knows that The Undertaker can kick out of any finisher at WrestleMania.
Yep.
No matter how many times it's hit on him.
Sweet shit music. 10 times he still gets kicked. Still kicks out.
Yeah. No. But I'm referencing actually Rob's favorite match between The Undertaker and Triple H. One, where The Undertaker kicks out of 3 pedigrees.
Yeah.
2, which were right after each other.
I know. Obviously, if that doesn't beat him, nothing's gonna beat him.
Right. So, and that's another reason why I personally didn't see anything special in that match.
Or
either.
I think the first Triple H is going back to 17, where he put a sledgehammer to the guy's face. Yeah. He still kicked out. Obviously, he's not gonna lose. Yeah. That was 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4, I believe, we could have had it at number 1. Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret.
Of course.
And the reason I believe this could have possibly been number 1 was because, first of all, it is Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
And went to overtime.
Okay? Overtime, this is one of the greatest matches, perhaps the greatest match of WrestleMania history. And the way they built that title win, the boyhood dream.
Yep.
Becoming a reality against 2 serious rivals.
I really like that storyline because both trained for the match. They took it serious.
Yeah.
I like that.
A beautifully built match. Number 3, Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior.
This was actually a very good ending.
It was. We had Ultimate Warrior as Intercontinental Champ.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan as the Heavyweight Champ. And Ultimate Warrior winning.
Yep.
And becoming just amazing.
Put Ultimate Warrior over.
Number 2. Now this is odd because usually I see this on greatest match lists. But this is actually also on greatest title change list.
Yes.
This shows how good this match is because you forget that there was even a title on the line.
I know.
It was just such a good match that you forget that.
Which is Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yep.
And Steamboat won the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
And actually a roll-up out of all...
out of all the roll, and you would think that it would piss you off because you hate when a good match. But this, for some unknown reason, it worked. It worked. But then we get to number 1. It might as well be a Kenny King match. Stone Cold beating Shawn Michaels.
At WrestleMania 14.
At WrestleMania 14 with Mike Tyson's incredibly fast count.
1, 2, 3, over. Wow, that was real fast there, Mike Tyson.
And the old Stone Cold. Which,
my God, Stone Cold.
Are you kidding me?
Stone Cold.
Are you kidding me?
My God.
Where is... Look, it's not even the fact that I don't think a Stone Cold title change should be on the top.
No, definitely not.
But where...
Especially that one.
But where is Stone Cold aligning with Vince McMahon?
Yeah, right? That was a good one.
To get the championship from The Rock.
They really...
One of the more shocking endings to WrestleMania, and you're not going to put that on one of the top title changes?
I know.
As one of the top title changes?
It's,
Are you kidding? What, just because a heel won? Oh, no, we don't like the bad guys.
We don't like the bad guys. Like half the announce team doesn't like the bad guys.
Exactly.
Except for one person, that's JBL, thank the good Lord.
Now, of course, you got to believe that Benoit would have been number 1 if he didn't go off the Cross
definitely.
family.
Yeah.
But even I'm starting to believe that the WWE is so friggin' desperate to hold on to this Stone Cold fetish they have that would have even been number 2.
Oh, man,
and this still would have been number 1.
They like blowing them. I mean, come on. It's Stone Cold he's a piece of crap.
Well,
he's a piece of garbage. I hope one day that he listens to the show and gives me the middle finger and a stunner, and I could say to him, "You don't care about the business anymore. You're a piece of crap. Stay away." Mm. I don't want Punk. I wanted Punk and Austin to happen. I don't want it to happen. Because I hope CM Punk beats the living crap out of him for what he's done to the wrestling business. has done to the fans, he's a piece of garbage. But you know what? The fans are so freaking stupid that all he has to do is come in with an ATV and go, da-da, middle fingers in the air, da-da-da, I'm back again, let me do some Stone Cold Visors and smash them together and pour them all over my head.
I wish everyone could have seen what you just did. Well, I am surprised that they have not PG'd him in a way where he just does it with like chocolate milk or something.
They should.
You know?
They really should.
But yeah, you can't have Milkomania running wild again though. So.
Milkomania. I didn't think about that.
Nope, not at all. Title changes. I mean, I really don't understand why this is number one.
No, me either.
I don't get it.
But yeah, keep blowing Stone Cold because he's not coming back and doesn't care about the business. So WWE, stop, please. I've had enough of it.
Stop, WWE.
Stop, WWE, stop. God damn you, Austin. Damn you.
Come on, easy there.
No, I mean this is garbage now.
We don't need to put God's name in this broadcast.
Sorry.
In other words, I don't understand why the WWE. Again, this was Stone Cold Stunner was on the top finisher list.
Of course.
Stone Cold was what was the other one?
Because we love him so much.
Oh my goodness.
We love Stone Cold. Please come back. We love you. The WWE Universe loves him. I mean, it's a freaking joke for damn sake. It's ridiculous. For crying out loud. I mean, come on, man. It just annoys me because he can come out with an ATV, do a stupid middle finger. He doesn't even do the middle finger anymore. Do a stupid ATV entrance because he can't walk to the ring because he might freaking tear his ACL or something. Right. So he has to ride that stupid quad to the ring, smash some stupid beer cans and stuff, get the crowd all wild and leave.
Yeah.
You know what his shirt should say? I get a paycheck and I leave. Boom!
Arrive, get paid,
and leave. That's what his shirt should say.
I would love that kind of a shirt. I think people would.
They'd buy it.
They would buy it.
They'd buy it. I'd buy it because it's true.
Yeah.
Come to the ring, get paid, leave.
it just has like the skull, the
skull.
smoking skull taking it out. Just doing nothing.
Stone Cold, you're a piece of crap.
Well, I don't say my main gripe is with WWE, but your main gripe is with Stone Cold himself. So, but I do get what you're saying, actually.
Go away for good. Do your stupid movies that are terribly, really bad. You suck at acting, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, what movies have gone straight to the theaters? Most of his crappy movies come out on DVDs.
I still can't remember if The Condemned was released in theaters or not. I want to say it was released on DVD.
I thought it was straight to DVD.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It went to I think it went to theaters and got taken out in a day. Because that's how crappy of an actor he is. That's how crappy of a person he is.
Well, I don't know if I wouldn't say he's that crappy of an actor because he's himself in everything he does.
Of course. That's not acting.
It's not acting.
That's not acting.
It's just Stone Cold being Stone Cold.
Stone Cold, exactly. God, I hope one day he gives me the middle finger and just stuns me because I still say he's a piece of crap. And how he treats the business. So, like I said, thank the WWE for what you've become. But obviously, that's my gripe with him. There's no thank you whatsoever. And you say you're 99% ready to come back to the ring. Well, I'm waiting. And of course, the WWE fans are waiting. And so far, nothing.
Okay.
So do me a favor. Do not show up at WrestleMania 29. Do not show up at Access, which... Yeah, right, he's showing up at Access. He has to do his little weenie podcast. Because you know why he's going to get listeners? Because he's Stone Cold.
I know.
That's why. If you don't add Stone Cold to that, and it's somebody else, no one's going to listen. But he has his podcast now, and he's going to do a stupid little podcast, and he'll get viewers, because he's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And you know WWE's going to promote it.
Go gaga, here you go Austin. Here are your viewers. Listen to this podcast.
They're gonna do it. You'll see. You'll see that they're gonna put him in.
Oh, of course they're gonna promote his podcast. I know it. I know they're gonna promote his podcast. He's a joke. love him as a wrestler, but as a person, he sucks.
And in other news, we should actually attend to Reed Flair.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Found dead. Obviously, Reed Flair, the son of Ric Flair.
That was the one that was crying like a big baby in the middle of the ring.
That someone who John refers to as Big Baby Flair.
Sorry, but it is funny. Just everyone else is fine except him. He's the odd man out of everyone, and he's just bawling like a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's happy and all that kind of stuff, but you have him just bawling his eyes out.
We do send our condolences to the Flair family.
Of course.
And to Ric Flair. You know, I'm not a big Flair fan, but he's a person. I can't imagine how much it hurts to lose
a son at 24.
You know, it's just a shame whenever a parent has to bury their child.
Yeah, that is because it's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah.
You know, the kids are supposed to bury the parents. You know, a parent shouldn't be burying their son at such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
So condolences to the Flair family.
Yeah.
Ric Flair was supposed to be on Raw tonight and at WrestleMania 29, but it looks like he's not going to.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know, but if he is there, it's kind of cool because he's, you know, trying to, you know, let things off his chest. You know, might as well do something to, you know, to like hide the pain. You know, try to be active. You know, instead of staying home and being all griped about it and stuff. Try to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I don't blame him at all if he doesn't show up at WrestleMania or the Raws. You know, to be at the Miz's corner. You know. If I was Flair, I'd snap a Ric Flair finger 4 on The Miz and say, "You're not like me. You never will be. You're a crappy actor."
Yes,
and the Marine 3 probably sucks.
Most likely.
So that's I think that's it for the news, right? One more thing. Stone Cold sucks. Next.
Apparently, Charlie Haas has retired from ROH.
He retired?
It's interesting because it seems like he cut a shoot promo in ROH.
Okay.
Because they refused to give him a mic. So he had to say it by himself. And you're calling some backstage personnel fat pieces of whatever. Apparently he was, you know, shaking and crying or whatever. He tweeted that he is officially retired. And, you know, the dirt sheets say that it seems like it's not a work, that it's legitimate. But, you know, again, take these for what it's worth. It could be just really good work. Because you know what? At some point, the wrestling business is going to figure out how to work the internet.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Wow, he does announce his retirement.
Yeah.
And, can we play the clip?
Yeah, absolutely, we can. Just, you might want to put it up. I don't know how clear this is going to be, seeing as how, again, ROH refused to give him a mic.
It's interesting. Why would ROH not give him a mic?
Because he had some serious things to say about ROH.
Now, are there any blank words in this? Any curse words in this?
Probably, but again, this is Charlie Haas speaking.
This is Charlie Haas. We can let this go for once.
So yeah, Ring of Poopy loses another talented wrestler.
You just keep calling it Ring of Poopy.
It keeps getting steamier and steamier as they keep losing talent.
Well, here we go. This is Charlie Haas announces his retirement.
We'll see if we can actually hear it.
I kind of hope this is the clip because it'd be kind of shitty if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Hey, racing fans, what's up?
Damn
actually,
it.
it's some loser talking
about it. Damn you.
But yeah, I mean, just there are some videos that you can check out. I know there is one video on I believe it's eWrestling.
Did this happen at Ring of Honor?
Yeah, it happened at a Ring of Honor show.
I really want to find this now.
But we'll see. You know, he said that he is done with the business. Well, Ring of Honor's not going to have it up though.
Yeah, I know.
Because I mean, he did bury a few things, but
he buried a few things.
Well, some backstage personnel. He said some things. Again, if this was a work, this looks really good. It looks legitimate, but you know, take that for what it's worth. Charlie Haas, for those of you who don't remember, a member of Team Angle, member of the World's Greatest Tag Team, both partnered with Shelton Benjamin. I really enjoyed this tag team.
I did too. I loved it.
They worked together perfectly. Both great athletes, both legitimate wrestlers with with legitimate accolades.
Yeah.
Managed by Kurt Angle in the beginning, and then just took off from there from with their own. When they split up, I thought it was stupid to split them up. I thought it was far too early. They were split up at the draft, the WWE draft, the very first one, when Shelton Benjamin was drafted to Raw. Charlie Haas was left to Raw on SmackDown with Rico and Miss Jackie. Although Charlie Haas did find a wife in Miss Jackie, so he did get something out of it. But I believe that Shelton Benjamin's the one who got the better of that group. At one point, Charlie Haas was released, but was re-signed.
Okay.
Knocked Lillian Garcia off the ropes by accident once.
Yeah.
Then released again. They did try to redo the World's Greatest Tag Team for a little while. That didn't last.
Didn't work.
Didn't last at all, and it was all booking's fault because...
Dude, what's up with the kittens?
Oh,
They're
sorry.
super soft.
Wow. Kittens are super soft.
Need help in your luxury.
Yeah, what's going on? There we go.
I don't need help in my luxury, whatever. The return of World's Greatest Tag Team did not work out, and it's all booking's fault. Why?
That's true.
Because they came back and they just lost.
Well, this is, I guess...
They had a great match. I believe it was against the Hardy Boys. Well, the Hardy Men, because at this time they're not boys anymore. The Hardys. Phenomenal match, but the wrong team won.
Well,
the Hardys should not have won that match.
No, you're right.
Look, I know they're a fan favorite. I know it's good to see them back again. But why? Why do they need to win it?
Okay. Of course, Haas's character in Ring of Honor has been a beer-drinking loudmouth that flips off the fans. Wow! Who does that remind you of?
This sounds like something I've heard before.
Yeah, right? I've heard of this person before.
Ring of Poopy.
Come on. Curses wildly and challenge anyone to... Oh my god, who's this person? We were just talking about him too.
Were we?
Yes. However, at the event, those in attendance say that it looked like Haas was intoxicated, legitimately.
Yeah. Okay.
Those in attendance say that there was a loud argument backstage between Haas, the RHA Booker Delirious, and Kevin Kelly. Before the match with Jeff Lewis Neal, Haas cut a promo saying he was retiring, that he had done enough wrestling, and that this is time to leave the sport. He then wrestled the match, and people in attendance said he was visibly shaking and crying during the match. After the match, he asked for the mic again, but was refused. He started yelling in a promo to the crowd, thanking them and saying that everything he ever did, he did for the fans. When ROH officials tried to signal him to go back to the locker room, he flipped them off and kept talking until he was finished. Charlie Haas retired and quickly left the event. After that, later tweeted that this is true and it is time to be a full-time dad and husband. Wow. What? See, this is the problem, Ring of Poopy. Let him speak.
Well, again...
Because it's not a big-name character. You don't want to, let those small guys speak. You just want to let them go.
I think it's just because they didn't want him to bury the company.
I would have quickly buried it.
And at this point, it's not hard to bury Ring of Poopy because it's terrible. Oh my goodness. You just look back at what it was and now you look at it again. It seems like you can say that about every wrestling company nowadays.
Yep.
WWE, TNA. WWE had its heyday. TNA had a good run a few years ago. Both have gone downhill since then.
And he also tweeted, thanks to the fans throughout all the years. I love you all. Stay safe and God bless. World's Greatest Tag Team will always be the top tag team forever.
The top tag team or a top? No.
Oh, a top tag team.
Yeah.
I was going to say, come on.
No, it certainly is.
It is a top tag team, but like I said, we've seen better, as in the Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys.
Well, that's in terms of accomplishments.
Yes.
The World's Greatest Tag Team was never given that type of opportunity.
Which sucks, because they were talented. Both.
Yeah, it sucks because they put on good matches without any tables, ladders, or chairs.
Oh my!
They were that good.
I had to put that. Oh my!
And I would have liked to see them pushed farther.
Yes.
But they never. They weren't really. So Benjamin had an opportunity every now and then. For some reason, they never let him win a Money in the Bank.
Yeah, right. Out of all people, that's right there. I think he could have won one.
Yeah.
But this is WWE saying we're not going to let a guy with talent or black people win the title.
win the WWE Championship.
Which is sad.
Charlie Haas didn't even get an opportunity
I know.
ever go to the main event.
And that's he's talented. He's very talented. But go be a dad and a husband. Do your duty.
Yep.
Do your duty. Like I said, a good career, and hopefully he stays true to his word. And so far HBK's done it. Unfortunately, Ric Flair hasn't. Fat tub of goo in the ring. Blades himself too much.
Still getting thrown off the top rope.
Yeah, still getting off the top rope. Will he ever hit that clothesline? He has once. I will give him credit.
There's once against Carlito.
Yes,
Carlito. And it's actually referenced by Triple H to be the one time
it worked. Yes, the one time it worked.
Oh my goodness.
Today is opening day for baseball.
It is. Let's go Yanks. Beat Boston.
Beat Boston. Yay. You know your starting lineup, by the way?
Has it been released yet? I don't know.
The Mets released theirs.
It's got to be up. It's got to be up already.
So you find that, and obviously the Mets take on San Diego. San Diego Padres at 1:10. I think his first pitch. Pregame starts at 11:30. You have all the festivities and stuff like that. Starting lineups, blah blah this and that. The starting lineup for the New York Metsies was released yesterday, and Colin Cowgill playing center field, batting first. Murph second, batting second. David Wright at third, batting third. Ike Davis batting fourth at first. Marlon Bird in right field. Lucas Duda in left. John Buck catching. Ruben Tejada playing shortstop, and your starting pitcher for opening day is John Neese.
John Neese. Really wish. Man, it really is a shame that Johan Santana.
It is. Obviously, news broke, I think, Friday. He is going for surgery on his shoulder. Will miss the rest of the season. I really think it didn't matter. It's Santana. Yeah. He's injury prone.
All right, well, we do have the starting lineup, and here it is. We have Brett Gardner batting 8th. We have Eduardo Nunez. Oh, goodness. We have him up. Then we have Cano. Kevin Youkilis will be batting 4th. Vernon Wells at number 5. Francisco Cervelli. No. Who's that? All right, whatever.
Uh-oh.
We got Suzuki batting after Francisco. We have Nix. Then we have Cervelli and Sabathia. Francisco is the DH. All right. We got Cervelli at catcher. All right. Youkilis at first. Cano at 4th. Nix at 5th. Nunez at... Okay, excuse me. I started with the numbers. Cano at second base. Then we got Nix at third base. We got Nunez at shortstop. Okay. And after all this, it does seem like Gardner will be in center field. So, and that makes sense. That was the plan all along. They did believe that Gardner was the best choice for center field. Even though Granderson was phenomenal at it, Gardner does seem to have a little more speed to him. He has to cover more ground. I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be an interesting Mets season. Obviously, the starting rotation is a little off right now with a lot of injuries, and this is ridiculous with the Mets. It's always injuries. It's plagued them since 2006. You know, ever since they made it to the National League title game, it's been a little weary because in 2007 they blew it, 2008 they blew it, and 2009 they blew it, and then all of a sudden it's been downhill since. So it will be, I think, a rebuilding year once again. Rotation-wise, they need to fix it badly.
Yeah.
They start off with San Diego. San Diego's not that good of a team, so could they pull out for a win today? Yes. If Neese sticks to his stuff and pitches a good game, they have a shot to win. Because I think the batting's there. You know, with the lineup they have today. If Murph can come through today, Cowgill is the interesting project in all this, or prodigy.
All right. Well, just sorry to cut you off. The Francisco I was referencing, we got. Reason I didn't remember his name is because he has not played ever more than 30 games a year.
Oh, nice.
So the most
nice.
Most he's played in one season is 28 games. That was with Philadelphia back in 2011. He usually plays left field.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's just going to be one of those players it just hangs around, I guess.
And will Vernon Wells help them, you think? It's tough.
I think
it's very tough.
I think he can use that short porch in right. He can make use of it. He's just got to avoid Death Valley, because if I'm afraid that all I'm going to see from him is fly out.
Strikeout or fly-outs?
Fly out. You know, things like that.
Well, that's how it normally is for Wright. Either he gets a double or strikes out, single strikeout. You know, but he has consistent games. I think the contract, hopefully, doesn't get to him, as it's an 8-year contract.
Right.
We have pretty much have him for the rest of his career.
Yeah, so Vernon Wells will be playing left field. I do think he can be a reliable player.
Oh, definitely.
He had a few bad years, but you can't just throw out the good years he had.
You're right.
He was good. So he will be playing left field, as Suzuki Ichiro will be in right field.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's about it. Cervelli's getting the started catcher. I think it's the right choice. Right?
I get you.
And again, Kevin Youkilis, Cano, Nunez, and Jason Nix, that is your infield.
Pretty much. Since it's the first game of the season, you don't know how things are going to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
You think the first game, win, lose, pretty much turns out how the season's going to be. You need to play a couple more games to decide how it's going to go.
It's going to be very interesting, because I'll tell you right now, this is not a very impressive starting lineup.
It's not.
If they were all in their primes, maybe.
I mean,
maybe. Except for Nunez and Nix. That's kind of weak, but Youkilis, I think, will be a good addition. I think that was actually a big acquisition.
Okay.
That was smart. But the rest of the team, yeah, I mean, again, we're going to have to, I get the feeling we're going to have to rely on Ichiro and Cano a lot.
Yeah, no, I agree on that.
So
I agree. Obviously, Cano had a very good
season.
WBC also had a pretty good run in there.
Yeah.
He had a great season last year, even though I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm a Yankee hater, because I'm a Met fan, diehard Met fan.
Right.
But do I see them winning the East? I do not with this team right now.
With the Yankees? Or?
Yeah. I'm seeing 80 wins.
I'm not seeing 80 wins. I think this team could squeak out just enough wins to, for Granderson and Teixeira to get back. More Granderson, because Teixeira always seems to be just swinging at everything and hitting into that shift.
Since they've won the World Series, he's gone downhill.
Teixeira? Absolutely, yeah.
He hasn't had that, great. He hasn't had good games. He's batting under 300, which he should be batting over 300 easily.
I get it. It's almost inexcusable. I mean, you got to find a way to beat that shift.
It is.
You're a veteran now. You got to find a way to get around that.
The Mets lineup, like I said, the interesting one's Cowgill playing center field.
Okay.
They chose him over Neuenhuis, which is interesting. I guess he'd be the one I look at today. Also, Marlon Byrd, who had a good spring training. I think he's going to start off hot, then it's going to slow down at the end.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be he just completely sucks. But he is coming off of usage. He got caught for a positive, of course. Not shocking with baseball players now. Mm-hmm. It's like you get caught. It's like, go figure. It's not shocking for baseball players anymore.
No.
We'll have the full review of both games tomorrow between the Yankees at Boston at 1:30. Yeah. Now this is where I think a lot of people are upset about that both New York teams are playing at 1.
Yeah.
It is a little ridiculous. They should have separated the games a little bit. Maybe the Yankees at 4.
Yeah.
Which would have made sense at a 4 o'clock game because people are getting home.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to watch. That's about right time people get home from work.
Mm-hmm.
I think they screwed up when they made the schedule. They screwed up with opening the opening game yesterday, which the Astros pulled out a victory. I think they won 8-2 I saw, but I just want to double check that. Because that was our opening game against the Rangers. Let's see. Oh, yeah, welcome to opening day, blah, 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 this and that. What was the game yesterday? I just want to... Oh, yeah, there it was. Yeah, Houston won 8-2.
Okay,
So, against the Rangers.
All right. I remember Houston is part of the American League now?
That is correct, sir.
Very nice.
We had a terrible injury in the Louisville and Duke game.
Can I see it?
Yes, you can. This is...
Which guy is going to get injured?
You're going to see him... I'm going to play the clip right now.
Because I heard some...
It is playing. It's this guy, and you see his, like, snap. Right? It is like a... You saw it. Now
wait, let me see. How did it snap? Whoa, he was just, like, standing there.
Watch the Duke guy. Duke guy's over here.
Uh-huh. That's the one whose leg snaps?
No. It's this guy jumping right now, and you're going to see him just bent. Like that.
Like a Sid Vicious.
Like a Sid Vicious type injury as...
the guy who just made the shot looked at it and like...
Yeah, it's gruesome. It is gruesome.
That is tough to look at.
It is tough.
But although I have seen it before, I've seen clips of it happening to UFC fighters. The infamous Sid Vicious leg break. But that's tough.
That is tough.
That is...
Louisville ended up winning the game. Congrats to them going on to the Final Four. It's gruesome to see.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed, CBS didn't really, like, show it so much. Mm-hmm. They showed it that one time.
Kevin Ware.
Yeah.
Kevin Ware is the unfortunate basketball player who got injured.
It sucks. Hopefully they stay together as a team. This hurts. But I think this will give them more... magic.
Just a little more of a push to win.
More motivation.
Yeah.
To win the NCAA title, which they do to, like, after yesterday's game. They played with heart. It was pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah.
After that leg injury, normally players, because the whole day, like, the coach was crying, the players were crying. Mm-hmm. Which I understand why. Yeah. You see that?
Did they need the ambulance?
Oh, come on, man. Dude,
and this is coming from, please, you're always hoping somebody takes an ACL.
This isn't wrestling, though. I love Louisville. I'm a Louisville fan.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why you want.
You're horrible.
If he tears his ACL, his MCL, destroys his...
Yes, I hope so. But this was gruesome. I mean, they're playing for a championship.
It was gruesome.
It's not like it's storyline and stuff like that. This was... legitimate leg injury where he just snapped his leg.
Yeah.
Just like Sid Vicious. Which was... He came off the top rope and did it, but it looks like... It was horrible. It's gruesome to see.
It was...
I can't watch the Sid Vicious one because it's gruesome. Yeah. It's horrible. Yeah. But I do hope that there's some magic out of this. He's okay. He's at the hospital right now. He's going to go for surgery. Get his leg prepared. Hopefully he can... come back next year, hopefully, if all turns out well, rehab and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But there was some more magic this weekend with Michigan and Kansas. I was watching the Kansas game. Mm-hmm. They were down by, 12. Kansas was up by 12. I stopped watching. All of a sudden, there's, 33 seconds left. They cut it to 4.
Okay.
Cut it to 3. Kansas goes to the line. All I have to do is make one shot and they win. Because they're up by 4. It's pretty much impossible after that. Guy misses the shot. Michigan gets the ball. Guy hits a 35-foot 3.
Nice.
That is magic. And that momentum, Michigan won the game. Congrats to Michigan. Then they beat, oh God, did it just happen yesterday? Brain fart. Hold on. Because I actually have Michigan in my pool.
Right.
So it was a big win for them as they move on. They beat Florida, who was ranked 3. Pretty much killed them from the start. They opened up, it was 11-0 at one point. Now, if you lose that kind of game, you stink.
Yeah.
So they move on. So the final 4 games are all happening next week, April 6th. Louisville, Wichita State, ranked 9.
Okay. Which
is pretty cool to see. A high number for once in the Final 4.
Absolutely.
And Michigan and Syracuse, which is going to be a hell of a game. This is a 4 against 4, 1 against 9. April 6th, and obviously the Monday is the finals for the national title. So I really hope Louisville wins. After seeing that happen to a player, the magic is there. Now finish it with the storybook ending.
Mm-hmm.
End it on a good note. Obviously, it's interesting that the Big East Championship was Louisville and Syracuse. How interesting Syracuse is in the Final 4.
Yeah.
So maybe it could be a repeat of the Big East since there won't be a Big East anymore.
Yeah.
So it would be it'd be nice to see just one more time Louisville and Syracuse. But Michigan has all this momentum. You know, going back to the Fab Five, as which they call them the Fab Four now. I give Michigan a little bit of an edge right now because they have this momentum.
Okay.
After that 3, it was like the momentum is just there because it's a 35-foot. It's a 35-footer. It's pretty good.
It is.
You know, you don't follow college basketball that much. I know that.
Every now and then.
Every now and then you do. My West bracket got completely destroyed, as you could tell.
Yeah.
I don't have much, but my final 2 is Louisville and Michigan, and in the pool I'm in, no one has Michigan.
Wow.
So if Michigan and Louisville both make it, I can win the pool.
Sounds good to me.
You know, it's they go by possible points, and I have the most points leading into the final 4 games. So let's go Louisville and let's go Michigan, and I need Louisville to win a championship. So, but all that happens next week. Wrestlemania, we're 6 days away. We have the Raw review tomorrow. We'll have more baseball. Heck, opening pitch is 2 hours away.
That's right. Yeah, we gotta get going.
You know, a lot to look forward to this week.
We do.
I got access on Thursday. I'll discuss that on Friday. It looks like it's gonna be a long day ahead of me, but I can't wait. I'll get an autograph for you.
Yay! Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil.
And the 3MB.
I'll get the one you're big for. What's his name?
3MB.
What's his name? Drew.
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. There we go. Because he's so forgettable.
Excuse me. I'll have none of this.
Of course, you'll have none of this. But I get the air guitar with the 3-man band, so kind of excited for that. I get to see Zack Ryder versus Michael McGillicuddy. Yay! Ant-Man disapproval face. So all this to come during the week, as 6 days away, man. And hopefully this will be a good Raw leading up to Mania. But I have my doubts as usual.
Yeah, we'll see.
Which kind of disappointed. And SmackDown's not even have a show.
Good.
SmackDown, they're telling everyone to show up 30 minutes earlier. They're gonna do the show. They're actually taping SmackDown tonight. Okay. And they'll be showing matches, but also going to Access as they did last year. So it's pretty much SmackDown, Access, SmackDown. Okay. No build-up whatsoever. So this is why Raw has to be good. Yeah. You're not having a SmackDown, so you can't build up any SmackDown guys. Exactly. So everyone's gonna be on the card tonight. You know, if this is your all-star Raw right now because you have every big guy there tonight. Lesnar, Undertaker, Rock, Cena. It doesn't get any better than that.
Not really. Not at all.
You know, but tune in for that. And yeah, I think we're gonna call it. We covered pretty much everything today. Yep. Right. This is Ant. John will have more coverage of Raw tomorrow and baseball. So take care, guys.
See ya.